Look, I ain't gonna cap. It's your boy Rashad. Listen, them Epstein files is some crazy. Jay-Z and Pusha T are beyond cooked after Epstein files release. It's your boy Rashad. As I said again, as I said before, let's get it. Tell me will you stay with me? I just need some company. Yeah. Tell me will you stay with me? I just need some company. Yeah.
Files just got released, and there's a lot of surprising names on here, but no name is more surprising than Jay-Z and Pusha T. Before we get this video started, if you're
Yeah. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Here we go.
Come through the tip line. In the case of Jay-Z, he's beyond cooked in the eyes of public perception because the victim came forward July 10th, 2019, 8:20 a.m. Eastern. On July 10th, 2019 at 8:20 a.m. Eastern, the particular victim called the FBI National Threat Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of abuse by Jeffrey Epstein and others. Now, they provided the following information. So this essentially is like a transcript of what they provided. So they said in approximately 1994, there's a bunch of redaction. I'm assuming is victim names, et cetera, et cetera. So this got redacted, but she revealed herself to blank, which I'm assuming is like the call center employee that answered this call, as a past victim of abuse by Jeffrey Epstein. She described the abuse occurred during parties. Now, we all know, a bunch of these abuse did happen at these parties, right? I think Jeffrey Epstein was known to throw these really like wild parties that had these like wild massages. I think like in like the first little piece of Epstein files that kind of got released like a couple years ago, we heard, like there were like midgets there, like there were like really, 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 really tiny people, like 4'9" midgets, and like people indulged in that. Like it was Jeffrey Epstein apparently provided you with whatever your speed was. If your speed was dwarfs, he would provide you with dwarfs. Okay, that's what went down at these parties. Okay,
Chat, what are we doing? Y'all into dwarfs? Ain't nothing wrong with it if you like small people or you just so happen to end up dating a small person. I guess. I mean, hey, I'm short. My girl's 6 foot, so
redactions right here are very suspicious. So blank. So this is like the victim's name. Further identified blank as a friend of blank. I'm assuming blank and blank are now minors. Blank and blank are people in high position of power. So she will claim that in approximately 1996, which is about 2 years after this whole nonsense began to happen, where she was being used as party favors at Epstein. Apparently, she resided with blank, which is I'm assuming like one of her like perpetrators in blank state. An unknown man abducted her from her home when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, Jay-Z. So she apparently lived at this residence with somebody I'm assuming is also a perpetrator, and they kidnapped her. They abducted her from that home, and she woke up to the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z, while Weinstein apparently had his fingers into, we can probably guess where he had his finger into. Right now, she believed that she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. Now, she estimated she was abducted on 7 occasions. Now, hold on, man. Seven?
you know what I mean. 7 is crazy.
Awakened each time in an opulent indoor setting. She suffered from abuse on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein participated. She recalled that Leon Black and William Barr, current United States Attorney General, being present during some of the occasion of abuse. In approximately 2006, she last recalled being abused by Epstein. Now, okay, so this started
Several times. Okay, from 1996 to 2006. That's 10 years, right? Am I tripping, y'all? 96, right? Excuse me, 96. That's 10 years, right? You got abducted. You got abducted. What's the word? Abducted. Abducted 7 times within 10 years. something's wrong there. Something there screams getting paid at some point. I'm not saying that these things didn't happen. What I'm saying is like it was cool at first until some weird stuff started happening, and then she wasn't with it, but she was too deep into it, type thing. Um, I'm not surprised Jay Z there. The most surprising thing is Pusha T. Like what? Like you talk about praying to God, all it is. He's also the guy. You know, he prays to God, and him and his brother pray to God and stuff like that. But he also talk about his nose work. He knows better. He always talking about that Pusha man. That's the most surprising thing here. But at the same time, listen, bro, something's fishy. Something fishy is going on about this here. This specifically here, something's fishy going on.
In 1994 and lasted to about 2006. I'm assuming at some point here she stopped being a minor, right? Yeah, like I'm assuming. Let's just say what she was 14 in 1994. That would mean by 1998 she became 18, and this lasted until 2006. Now I'm not questioning, whatever she went through as a minor. If she's being truthful about what happened here is very unfortunate. But for this to last until 2006, like there's something very wrong with that picture from my perspective, to be honest. From her story, she didn't really list anything that Jay Z did specifically, but she did say that Harvey Weinstein, digitally penetrated her. But Jay Z didn't, penetrate her. Jay Z was just present, which to me is just as bad, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if this alleged minor was abducted from her home, brought to an Epstein mansion, and it was you, Harvey Weinstein, and Epstein there, and this minor was enduring abuse in your presence, to me, you are just as guilty as whoever is doing the abuse. I don't distinguish the difference between the two. Whoever is there is just as guilty and equally as guilty. But again, this is just a tip, right? Now, however this tip was investigated, no charges were ever brought, right? Like as far as I know, Jay Z was never brought for a subpoena, a deposition, nothing. And this particular tip didn't go anywhere. But because the tip came in about Epstein, it was included in the Epstein files. Fortunately for Pusha T, we can't say the same because she did list things that Pusha T did specifically. Now, it will continue and it will state on each occasion she believed she was drugged, clouded her memory. She attributed the drugging as frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers. Now, one of the handlers she would say will be Pusha T, because at the time, I would say Pusha T don't really belong in those rooms. Pusha T was not a superstar. He was not a megastar. He wasn't somebody of importance. So if somebody like Pusha T was in those rooms, Pusha T would probably be the handler, right? The dough boy, the do boy, right? The store runner, right? Because Pusha T
Your
wasn't
store
somebody.
runner
So
is crazy.
Jay Z, I can understand Jay Z being in rooms with Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. Pusha T don't really fit in those rooms at all, bruh. That's like you seen Poetic Flacco in a room with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. You will say, what is this
Yeah.
dirtball doing in this room? I'm probably the handler in that regard. Okay, so this story makes sense, to be honest. Again,
So like the handler, like, bro, I forgot the movie. I sat there and watched it with my girl. Uh it's a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. They got an island and they be recruiting girls, flirting with girls at these events and telling them to come meet them on the island. And the girls get drugged. The girls get drugged. But yo, this island is love. Like I ain't gonna lie, the island is love. Like the idea of the island and once you see the beautiful parts of it, obviously the island's beautiful. Um, great food. You get to hang out with these rich people and stuff like that. But at night, the stuff that's in the food, the things that they're doing to the drugs that you're taking out, of smoking, um, nose candy, pills, whatever, they're all laced. And They don't keep track of time. You know, your brain starts getting wonky because you're drug induced. You're having too much fun, not paying attention to what's going on. But at night, they get all the women together and they do whatever they want, having their way like Shaq in the paint in '99 to 2000. 04 Shaq. Either like, bro, having their way in the paint, dog, with all these women. And they had to drink some it was a snake on the island or something. The venom or the juice from the snake or something would bring your memory back or help you with the drugs, help you not be on the drugs. And they cracked the code that way because a maid there kept jars of the snake venom, hoping that one of the victims would drink it or something like that. The main character ended up drinking it, and woo, it was on and popping. That's what this remind me of. My bad. I'm yapping. Can't remember the name of the movie, but Leo DiCaprio is in it. I know for sure.
And I'm not saying Pusha is guilty of anything. I'm just saying Pusha Raw being in that room makes sense, okay? Now, it will continue, and she will say, among her handlers, she identified the artist Pusha T. In approximately 2007, she attended a party following invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down the street. Weinstein and Pusha T also attended the party and drugged her before engaging in abuse. So now Pusha T went from being just a handler to now Pusha T was also engaging in the abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she claimed to have additional information of other persons involved in the enterprise and information related to the racketeering conducted in support of the trafficking. She further believed she was under surveillance and stalked at the direction of the people involved in the abuse. She confirmed she was not diagnosed with any mental illness. She refused to provide her physical address, advising that she maintained no permanent address. Rather, she moved between staying at different hotels. So this was somebody who was homeless,
Yeah, I don't
which
know.
I don't know if that gives more credibility or takes it away. I'm not about to,
I don't know, bro.
like diminish the abuse just because it's somebody right now probably in a position that's unfavorable. Right, a lot of people see a homeless woman making these allegations and they'll probably say, crazy.
I can
I
see it.
don't
I can
know.
see it.
Now, what I would say, man, is Kanye West have been telling us for years that one of these dudes was on Epstein Island, that one of these dudes were involved with Epstein, but we just ain't been paying attention. This song wasn't dropped too long ago, right? On World War III version 2, Kanye West says, know some ninjas that went to that island. Why the F would you go to that island?
See?
Now, Kanye West, has been around Pusha, has been around Jay-Z. They've been feuding for a little while now. One could probably only imagine that if he were to be talking about some dudes, he'll probably be talking about
Them
Pusha
two.
or Jay Z. Man, I just listen, man. I'm just
Uh, Who is Ye in ties with? Jay Z signed Ye. They supposed to be boys. Ye signed Pusha. That's supposed to be his man. Y'all two going to the island. Why y'all at the island? So Ye got a point.
the messenger here, bro. Hey, Rock Nation. All right, don't hurt me, bro. All right, I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just reporting what I think could apply here. But we've been calling Kanye crazy for a while now, man. But
Kanye ain't crazy.
the one thing we know is we didn't see allegations involving Kanye's name, man. Ain't that crazy? So one person we call crazy,
Kanye ain't crazy.
we call bipolar. We say he belongs in a mental health institute. Somehow that person is the only person we don't see in these Epstein files. We don't see with nasty allegations towards his name. Now, Jay Z to me, and here's why I think it's cooked. Okay, even though the allegations are unsubstantiated because these are just tips coming through a hotline. Fortunately for Jay, the world already wants to believe these allegations. So
Yep.
there's nothing Jay can do to really convince people that he's not guilty. Man, as soon as Jay Z hit that B, bro, hit that Billy, hit that billion, hip hop got really suspicious of Jay Z. And also, too, hip hop getting suspicious of Jay Z is for good reasons. Like, we seen how Jay Z operated with the NFL, bro. We seen how Jay-Z sold out for a buck. So so
Mm-hmm.
so so we've already been very suspicious of Jay-Z. And Rock Nation right now is public enemy number one. And because people want to believe these rumors, they want to, believe this, they want this to be true, there's nothing Jay-Z can do to convince the public it's not. Sorry, bruh. All right. There's nothing. Jay-Z can come out and yell to the top of the moon and speak. There's nothing Jay-Z can do to convince us
And
it's
it's
not
crazy
true.
because Jay-Z has reached the status, and it's self-proclaimed, but he also done. He kind of remind me of Chris Paul. Chris Paul, bro. You were never. You were in conversation. You were never the best rapper, right? And I'm going off and on a tangent, so just hear me out. But it's on par with what Flacco's saying. You were never the best rapper. Put out a year that Jay-Z was the best rapper. See, he's very polished though. That's the thing. It's like Chris Paul. Chris Paul, we going to the NBA, right? We going to the NBA, right? Nobody reads the NBA rule book handbook all the way from front to back. Chris Paul is the type of nigga to do that, and I feel like Jay Z is the type of nigga that every rule laid out, not even into the rap game, but entrepreneurial, right? It was guys hotter than him in rap. You see what he did? Let me take a step back. And I don't fault him. Get your money. Get your money. But the way he done it was sneaky. A lot of things came out with the Dame thing. He fucked him over, apparently. Who else? He did stuff with R. Kelly and then said he had no involvement with R. Kelly. Bro, you was hanging with that boy. At the end of the way, in the end of the day, it's like a Chris Paul comparison because if Jay Z is Chris Paul, Kanye is Rondo. The guy who really doesn't get put in them conversations, but he should be the greatest. He should, like, his work and what he does may not always show up as accolades and all of that, but he's top 10. Right? That's where I'm going with that. Jay-Z is sneaky con artist. He gonna try to go ahead and fit himself somewhere all the time. If he's not the big kahuna of the situation, he's gonna back out. So yeah, man, him being involved with something like this, not
Because
surprised.
the public wants to believe this is true. Now, Pusha T may have some saving grace here because Pusha T, for the most part, ain't somebody who's hated, and Pusha T ain't somebody who we are rooting against. And by we, I'm just saying the public. So Pusha T might have some action here. Jay Z, don't even listen, man. You about to have 1,000 different reaction channels breaking down every photo Jay Z ever took with
Mm-hmm.
Harvey Weinstein, any deals they ever made together, any movies they did together. They about to start breaking down body language. Oh, trust me, bro. Jay is overly cooked. It's over with. Now, when I surveyed the landscape, right? When I surveyed what people are currently thinking, I'll be real, it sounds like Jay Z's cooked, bro. Because how people are treating these Epstein files, they're not treating these Epstein files as allegations. They're saying these Epstein files have been hidden for so long that whatever is on these files have to be truth because why would they hide it for so long? So
Mm-hmm.
when your name is wrapped up in these files, kiss, kiss, kiss your public reputation goodbye, man. People believe these Epstein files are the gospel. And because they believe they're the gospel, bruh, it's they believe you touch kids, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I hate to be the one who touch. They believe you touch kids, bro.
Yeah.
That's just a fact. All right. But y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? Right? Do y'all believe these allegations? Let me know, man.
Yeah.
And
Might
if
as
you're
well.
watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here to find out why I think we should all be very afraid and very scared at what's currently going on. Click on this video right here where I break down exactly why you should be afraid too. And if you enjoy my content, then send me a hype to this video to help support a small content creator. Please, please, please send me a hype, okay? I'm
Yeah, man. These boys is cooked. Jay-Z is cooked. A lot of people. He snaked a lot of people. So nobody's on his side. Pusha T, like Flacco said, Pusha T might got a little bit of redemption. But if he was really there, I mean, you know, I don't know. Some people deserve to be. Some people deserve to be under hell. Not even the jail. They deserve to be under hell. Anyway, peace, love, prosperity. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. For real. Let me know what y'all think, because this is crazy. I'm out.